Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this quick guide showing you how you can complete the time trials between October 7th and October 13th. Starting off with the RC time trial, as always you're going to need an RCB dealer for this one in order to be able to do it, so if you find it worth the $1.5 million to earn yourself $100,000 every single week, then feel free to pick it up if you haven't already. As for the time trial itself, it's not too difficult though. There's a few things you have to keep in mind, like the hill we just went on. You don't want to go too fast or else you're going to start overshooting it, so try to let go of acceleration before you hit that hill. Other than that, the time trial itself is really an awful lot of in the same area but taking a slightly different corner or even going around in circles, which is something you're going to be doing an awful lot. Whenever you're jumping off the stairs over here, try to avoid the pedestrians and don't go too fast, because if you land in the wrong way, your RCPD will start spinning around like a ballerina because it's so light. As for the rest of the time trials, you don't have to precisely hit the checkpoints themselves either, because they are quite generous, so other than that, it's just kind of following the route, and that is all there is to it. Moving on to the regular time trial, for this one, as always, we're using a Beta 801, and personally I'd say that it probably might be a better idea to use a car, especially for the first section. However, this car would need to have off-road capabilities, considering that in general you might have a little bit of a rougher time, especially in the later section. You kind of have to figure out what exactly you're comfortable with, especially after you've seen the route that we are going to take. This time trial really leans itself more towards having a bike versus a car, but in the first section you'll benefit more from having a car, but in the second section you'll benefit more from having a bike, especially one that doesn't lose too much speed off-road. So if you're someone who is relatively comfortable in a car and has something that has a high top speed and acceleration and also doesn't lose too much speed while being off-road, then definitely pick that one over a Beta 801. As you can tell, we're doing an awful lot of having to stop wheeling to take a turn and then go back to wheeling again in order to not lose the top speed. But if we're going to be taking a jump like this over here, where we're leaning back to get some additional airtime and thus distance, then the Beta 801 again, and or any other bike, will be a lot more beneficial. On the train tracks, a Beta 801 will again be more beneficial, but again it is relying on you doing as many wheels as possible. With a car, you wouldn't really have to worry too much about the little ride we have to take. It's a little annoying because with the Beta 801, you constantly have to stop wheeling, take the turn, and then start wheeling again to again keep the momentum going. As we exit the train tunnel, you want to take an immediate left and start hitting these off-road tracks here, and then keep following what I'm doing on screen until we're going to be taking a jump. As you're taking the jump, make sure to land on your back wheel in order to not fall off your bike, and keep a close eye on what the traffic is doing ahead of you. That way you won't be crashing into any pedestrians who are potentially going to ruin your day. Of course, this is something that you want to avoid at all times. Then it's time to start doing some leaning forward as we're taking these two turns here to kind of still gain a little bit of speed and not lose too much. Then take this right over here where we're cutting the corner, and then it's time to just hit the finish line and we're all done. And that does bring us to the end of this time trial guide. If you enjoyed it or found it useful, make sure to leave it a like, subscribe for more, and if you really like what you see on our channel, consider becoming a member, like Chloe, Robert, Alus Fire, Captain Price, Shakulu, Madman Dakota, and Dr. Strange Love. Join them and the other members by clicking the join button down below. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all later.